Sairam students, I welcome all of you once again. Today we are going to start with the new chapter of EVS 1 General Science. So before starting with the new chapter, I would like to ask you one thing. Students, can you tell me that do the cloth and the shoes you wore as a baby fit you right now also? Can you using the same cloth as you were using the cloth before 5 year or before 6 year? Can you tell me that thing? Think and tell me. No, of course not. Why? As you see here in this image, observe this image very carefully, observe this image very carefully, and observe this image and this image also. Observe the picture very carefully. Okay, now observe this picture. What changes can you see here in this picture? In this picture, the puppy has grown in small, little bit bigger in size. Even this boy has grown in size and the body. Even this girl has also increased in her height. Okay, and look at the tree which is behind them. Okay, that has also grown, right? So that means, of course, the cloth and the shoes which were using as a baby, you are not using them right now, because simple reason is that they are not getting fit to you, because your body, it has grown in shape, your body has grown in the size also, and the non living objects like cloth and the shoes, they are not getting fit because their size and the shape, it remain as it is, right? So the reason is that, students, all the living things eat and grow physically. We all comes under the category of the living thing, right? So all the living thing, they grow physically. Similarly, we too grow in height and the weight from the birth to the adulthood. So there are so many changes in our body, right from the baby to the right now the teenager or adulthood, right? So students, why these changes are occurring, what exactly happening inside our body, how exactly our personality is getting developed, what do you exactly mean by the growth, etc. So all that thing we are going to learn in the lesson number 22, that is growth and the personality development. So the new chapter which we are going to start today, that is lesson number 22. So guys, as I said that what do you exactly mean by the growth, observe this image very carefully. So you will find out some difference. Observe the tree which was behind them and observe the growth of the tree. Observe the growth of the puppy and then see the dog. Okay, you can see that there are a lot of changes you see here in this part, right? Observe the height of the boy and height of the girl. Observe their development after few years. So you can see that from this image, it is completely apparent that the living things are growing physically. So as living things are growing physically, their size, their height and their body is also increasing in the height and weight. And that's why there are so many changes we can see in the living organism, right? So in this chapter, we are also going to learn what is exactly mean by the growth and the personality development, etc. in detail. Okay. So students, now I want to ask you that, can an infant feed itself? Infant means what? Infant means a month baby. Like we say, no, 2 month baby, 3 month baby, etc. So infant means what? Small baby, just newborn baby. Okay, so the newborn baby, we call it as what? Infant. So can that infant baby, if it is hungry or if she or he is hungry, then can baby can get up and go to the kitchen and bring the milk for themselves? Is it possible? No, of course not. That infant baby can't feed itself, right? Then what exactly it does? If that baby is hungry, then you must have seen that that baby will keep on crying, crying, crying. That baby will beat their legs and the arms. So when baby cries aloud and the baby beats their legs and the arm, etc., the family members get alert. The family members comes to know that the baby is hungry, and then family member feeds the child, right? So students, that means the small babies cannot do anything for themselves. If they need something, they can only cry. So when they cry, that time they beat about their legs and the arms. So then family members comes to know that they are hungry, or something like that, and according to that the actions will be taken, right? So that means, students, can I say that the baby is not developed completely? Okay, so they need the permanent care, right? So here you can see that, but soon they begin to control over some their movement and development, and they develop the coordination between their movement also, right? In initial few months they are not able to control their body movement, but later on, slowly they will start to develop their own movement. They will learn to coordinate their leg movement, body movement. They will crawl here and there. Slowly they will get up and they will start to do small activities. That means they are trying to learn something as the time passes. Okay, for example, they learn to turn their head and look at something which they choose. You must have seen that. If they recognize someone, they smile, right? You must have seen that the small babies, if you are known to them, if you look at them, they will smile immediately, right? They learn to grip and hold the things. Sometimes the small babies hold your hands also, right? They try to pull you. So that means what? Even they try to pull their favorite toys. They try to look at their favorite balloon, the colorful things, getting very attracted towards the child. Okay, so the children always gets attracted toward the colorful and the bright objects. Okay, so they learn to grip and the hold the thing, and then to take them toward their mouth. So whatever they get, usually they took towards their mouth and they start chewing them immediately. So these are the small movement of the babies, right? So you must have seen that there are so many type of the movement we see in a children. So in initial month, the baby is not able to do any activity. Slowly, the baby starts holding head up. It starts to crawl. Then it will roll over both the ways. Then the baby will rise up on the hands. Then baby will crawl. Then baby will sit up without any support. And then initially with the help of the support, the baby will try to stand up. And the slowly, without anybody's support, the baby will try to walk and run. So these are the activity which are learned by the child. So initially the babies require the support, but afterward, once they have learned something, they won't take any support. They will start to do their own activities, right? So students, as they learn to control and coordinate their movement on their own, they begin to do several many activities. For example, picking up the things, holding on a spoon, hitting it on a plate to make a noise. So there are so many activities the children do usually to get the attention, or maybe they enjoy doing that. Okay, so students, all these things they are learned by a baby. So babies are trying to learn certain skill. So this is called as what? Learning a skill. So if we are not good at something, we are trying to learn that. So if you have learned that something and if you become perfect in that thing, then this is called as what? Learning a skill. You are walking, that is your skill. You have learned that. Nobody know how to ride a bicycle unless and until we give a try. So initially when we ride a bicycle, we fall down many a times, right? But slowly when we try again and again, we become perfect in that, right? So this is called as what? Learning a skill. So what do you exactly mean by the learning a skill? Achieving control of one's movement. Achieving control of one's movement to learn to do something new. This is called as what? Learning a skill, right? If some activity is new to us, if we try to do that again and again, and if we become perfect in that, then certain kind of the activity, it is called as what? Learning a skill. Okay, students, what does everyone feel when a baby says her first word or takes a step for the first time? What do they do exactly? You must have seen that the baby around you, right? So basically you must have seen that as baby learns various skills. So you can see that initially the baby starts to crawl, and with the help of the support the baby started to walk, right? So when they do all this type of the small activity for the first time, everybody gets very happy, right? And everybody praise the baby, and as everybody is praising the baby also feels very enjoyable, the baby gets excited, and the baby does the same thing again and again, right? So as everybody praises the baby gets so much excited, and baby does the activity again and again, as you can see that over here. And therefore the baby gets a lot of practice with those skills, and her or his strength also builds up. So when baby try to do the same thing again and again, the baby becomes perfect in that thing, and the skill of the baby also gets developed automatically. So this developing habit, this perfection, it is called as what? Efficiency. This perfection or making perfect habit, it is called as what? Efficiency. So what do you exactly mean by the efficiency? Slowly, baby begins to do the newly learned task more easily and without making any mistake. So when without making mistake, if we are trying to learn or trying to do something, then this is called as what? Efficiency. So when baby does something, we praises them, we give smile to at them. So the baby does that activity again and again without making any mistake. So this is called as what? Efficiency of the baby, and the efficiency in the child, it increases day by day. Okay. So student, likewise, like a baby, we all also every day we keep on learning something. Am I right? Nobody is perfect. Even the elder people do make the mistake. Everybody learns something every day. That makes it easier to learn the new skill, right? If we are not good at dancing, if we are not good at singing or painting, we have to keep on trying. If we keep on trying again and again, one day we will become perfect in that. Are you getting my point? So for example, once the child is able to hold something, she can learn to throw a ball, right? And most importantly, after learning to walk, I am giving you the example of the baby so that it will be easier for you to understand. Okay. So after learning to walk, the child learns to do more difficult things like running, then hopping on one leg, and the catching a ball, etc. As baby is new to do all this activity, the baby enjoys a lot. So the baby will start doing all the activity once he starts to walk. Okay, running, hopping, etc. Right? So that means student, these new tasks also include activities that are part of our daily routine, such as eating with one's own hand, washing one's own face, having a bath, dressing oneself, etc. So these are the activity which should be included in our daily routine, and all these activity nobody learns from the birth only, we have to learn them, okay, as a personal hygiene. So these are the all activity, it means that the efficiency, and it means that the growth and the development. So now students, whatever we have learned in the chapter of the lesson number 22, growth and personality development, we have just started that. I hope that you must have understood whatever we have learned so far. Okay, so you must have understood that the small baby can't do anything by themselves. If they need something, they have to keep on crying. They will beat their legs and the arms. Then only they will get the food material. Right? But soon they begin to get the control over some of their body movement, and they develop the coordination between the different body movement. And this is how the baby starts to develop their own body activity, and they coordinate their all body activity. Understood? So as they learn some different skill, this is called as what? Learning a skill. What do you exactly mean by the learning a skill? Achieving a control of one's movement to learn something new. If we have trying to learn something, so this is called as what? Learning a skill, right? And what do you exactly mean by the efficiency? If we do certain activity without any mistake, then we say that the efficiency has been increased. Okay, so this is how we see the changes in the development and the growth of the body. Okay, so initially the baby, you can see the different various movement of the child, right? So this is nothing but what? Slowly the growth has been taken place in the child, and even the skills and the efficiency, it is getting built up in the child day by day. So like a child students, we also have to be very eager to learn newly activity. We can't say that I know everything. Always say that I don't know anything, then only you will learn something. Are you getting? So be it your handwriting, be it your any passion or your any talent, if you are not good at something, don't skip it. Keep on trying. Keep on trying. One day you will become perfect in that. Okay, so the next part of this chapter we will continue in the next session. Bye bye, take care.